Well, are you going to ask me a question, or I just tell you?
Just tell me some of the stuff you have here. Let's start with the pocket watches.
Yeah. Well, this pocket watch here was made in 1906. So that's over 100 years old, and it still works just great. I have those in at my store. The store is called Tossed and Found. It's on North Monroe Street. This watch, for instance, was made in the 50s and 60s, and they were called dollar watches because when they stopped and didn't work anymore, people threw them away and bought another one. And they were called dollar watches because
they were worth $1.
They were worth $1. Now they're worth $25. Yeah. And then I've got some really great pocket knives here. This is a knife that no fisherman should be without. It's called a fishing knife. If you notice, it's got a blade on one side and it's serrated on the other, so that when you catch your fish and you
it's easy to gut him.
Then you can scrape the scales off of the side because the scales don't taste good, and you take them off. But this is called a fishing knife, and I've got all kinds of knives in here.
They're basically all pocket knives, a whole bunch of different designs, and
right. This one is called a lockback. So when you open it, and it opens, you can't close it again until you push this lever down. When you push the lever down, then you can close it.
Yes.
It's safe.
Can we see this knife?
Yeah. Now this one,
there's a couple of in one.
There's a beautiful wood handle there. It's got 3 blades in it, but it's not a lockback. It's got a sharp blade for very sharp and pointed things. It's got this kind of a blade, which is good for carving or shaping or cutting fruit if you're going to eat an apple. And it's got one more blade here, which is for small stuff. People clean out their pipe bowls, their smoking pipe bowls with a knife like that. So there's 3 blades in there plus the wooden handle.
Let's see some of your trains.
Yes. Let's talk about trains. Let's talk about trains.
After we get through at least one, we're gonna have to stop this.
Okay. Well, trains come in different eras, meaning these trains were in the early 1900s. Okay.
Okay.
This train was in the 1950s. All right.
All right.
And this train runs on the tracks right now. So when people buy trains and then they buy cars, they want to match up their engine with a caboose. See the cabooses over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for instance.
Or if you already have the train but you don't have the caboose, you can look on the cabooses.
And try to match up your train. Here's one that matches up. See, it's Burlington Northern. It's got green and silver.
And if you even see the Burlington Northern.
Yeah, that's
Burlington Northern. Which those 2 big trains would go together.
Here's
Correct?
your caboose. Burlington Northern caboose.
There's a Burlington Northern caboose. And what about your books?
Well, there are books for children, and these 3 books right here are for kids, and these books are for grown-ups, except this book on the end is a beautiful, beautiful book for grown-ups to read to their kids. Look at that beautiful picture inside this book. So we try to sell books that are educational, well illustrated, and the words are important. And this book is because it won these 2 awards, the Gold Award and the
Silver
Award.
What about the Kalakama?
Huh?
What about the Kalakama Award?
Kamakama Award.
Oh yeah, there's some of these books in our library that's...
Oh yes, there is an award by that name. You bet. Well, what else do you need to know? How about keys and locks? Those are interesting. This is a railroad key. And can you see it's got a hole in the front of it? Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you can see I have them grouped by all these are locomotives, right?
Right.
All these are cabooses, and all these are freight cars of one type, size, or another.
Here's a livestock card. But zoom on this. Is this a livestock car?
Livestock car? Yes, right here. That's a livestock car.
Can I, what's your name in real?
Cal.
Cal. Okay. Because I don't want to be awkward just saying Tossed and Found person.
No. I'm one of the owners of Tossed and Found, and my name is Cal. Yeah. And it's fun to be here and meet people like you and talk to people about trains.
And then here is... And what is this?
Well, this is a train car, and you can see it's carrying a truck.
A U.S. Army truck.
An Army truck. It's on that they call a flat car.
Flatbed?
Okay, flatbed if you want. Yeah, the truck goes on there, and then the locomotive pulls this line of military equipment.
Okay, I'm going to have to stop this now.
All right.